Morning. We are going to continue with our airplane project. We created the Vcarve files for our vertical and horizontal stabilizer. We now need to go into Illustrator. I'm going to locate Illustrator CS6 and we're going to open up those files and add a bit to them and make sure that they're set up correctly. So go to File, go to Open. You should be able to find your files in the tech drive. Hopefully you saved them in the right location. And start with the vertical one. So you can see here that when I opened it up in Illustrator, it brought it into a document that was too large. So I want to make it match what our original document was, and I also want to set the line weight. If you remember, these need to be set to 1/1000th of an inch. So let's do that first. Select all that. I'm going to make it 1/1000th of an inch, which is 0.001. It's important actually to double check your preferences to make sure your units are set to inches to begin with. So make sure that that's all set up, and then you can set those in. You might have a line thickness in points up here if you don't do that ahead of time. We're going to then go to Document Setup and set up our Artboard to match what those. So again, we're going to put 0 in the upper left-hand corner. We want our X to be 3 in this case, our Y to be 4. Oops, I'm sorry. Those are going to be 0. 0, 0. Our width is going to be 3, and our height is going to be 4. All right. Then we're going to grab this guy and put it where it belongs in here. Zoom in a little bit. And you want to walk that in so that it's equal distance roughly from the edges. So you should have something that looks like this. Now what I'd like you to do is to save this file, but to also add some text to it so that we can identify this as your plane. If you want to put some graphic on here or something, you can go do that, but I'm just going to put my initials on here as if this were my airline. And I'm going to come in here, put 3 initials on there. If you want, put some number on there, whatever is significant. We're going to leave it black, and we can make it a bit larger. See if that'll fit. Yeah. So I've got my initials on here now. Now these we don't want to cut out. These are we're going to engrave. You can put it vertically. You can get creative with this, but this is one way we're going to identify our planes without writing on them. I'm going to have you do the same thing with your horizontal stabilizers. So if you could follow this same lesson, just apply the appropriate numbers. The horizontal stabilizers, the document setup is going to be 3 inches in the height and 9 inches in the width, and you're going to use the exact same steps and then add some text on there as well. Go to File, go to Save, and when you save it, we are going to save it to an older version of Illustrator because that's what's on that machine. I want to say it's an Illustrator 9. So save it to Illustrator 9, hit OK, and we should be done.